Today I'm showing you guys the top 5 weapons to use after the season 3 reloaded update. These top 5 guns are going to allow you guys to get better at the game, overall have a lot more fun in Modern Warfare 3, getting some insane amount of kills, and of course get easy MGB nukes. These are weapons that I've definitely used before and tested, so you guys definitely know that these weapons are proven for a fact to be good. If you do agree with my list and you want to see more, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. Let's hop right into these top 5 guns for season 3 reloaded. So the first gun is going to be the SVA 545. I think this AR right here has made its way up onto the list, especially with the MCW being nerfed multiple times. I think this weapon right here is definitely one of the best ARs over the MCW. Don't shoot me in the foot for that one. But for the first attachment, we have one, the STV precision barrel, gives you aim and idle sway, bullet velocity and range, gun kick control and recoil control. This barrel literally boosts up the TTK on the gun and overall made the weapon a lot more easier to control. We have one, the VT7 Spitfire suppressor for undetectable by radar, recoil control and bullet velocity and the range. This is the best suppressor to run in the entire game. It boosts the TTK and also gives you some insane amount of recoil control as well. You have on the DR6 hand stop for that aim down sight speed, aim walking speed, sprint to fire speed, and movement speed. This hand stop right here is literally just made to make your gun a lot faster and give you some insane amount of mobility bonuses to the weapon. We have on the high grade rounds for that damage range and bullet velocity. These rounds strictly just make the TTK a lot faster, especially with our bullets hitting quicker with that bullet velocity bonus. Also have on the 45 round mag as well. This gun kills insanely quick. I've literally loved this gun ever since the game really came out. It has literally 0 recoil. You guys will definitely enjoy this kind of build. It has literally 0 recoil, and mobility balance on this weapon is actually kind of insane. The next gun on the list is going to be the MCW. Of course, the MCW, even though it has gotten nerfed multiple times, is still literally one of the best ARs in the entire game. The pro players still do rock this weapon, and a lot of sweat players also do use this gun still as well. And literally I've used this gun the most. This is my most kills with any gun in the entire game is on the MCW. But for the first attachment, we threw on the L4 flash hider. It gives you muzzle concealment, gun kick control, and recoil control. This muzzle literally just makes the gun the absolute laser beam. We have on the 16.5 MCW Cyclone long barrel, gives you bullet velocity range, aiming out of sway or firing aim and stability. I'm pretty sure this is the barrel that all the pro players use. I know this is the best barrel in the entire game for the MCW, even though it did get nerfed a couple updates ago. It's still literally the best barrel you can run on this weapon. We also have on the high grade rounds for that damage range and bullet velocity, just to boost the MCW's TTK a lot faster. We also have on the 40 round mag because the 30 definitely isn't enough in my personal opinion, so the 40 is definitely that perfect balance. And we have on the slate reflector sight as well. You can either use this one or you can toss on the where is it, the MK3 reflector sight. Either one of those sights right here are definitely the best ones you can run on the MCW, but either way, this gun has literally 0 recoil. It's very satisfying to use. Of course, it's the ACR. The ACR is just a classic weapon and is overall insanely broken in Modern Warfare 3. The next weapon right here is going to be the Ram 9 SMG. I've been using this SMG a lot recently, and I realized like this thing is actually like insane. This build that I'm about to show you guys, this thing kills insanely quick. I've been running into a lot of sweat players, and I've been using this class right here, and I just been running through people, bro. This build is it's insane. It's comical how broken it actually is. And I think the Ram 9, they might add it back into rank play, and I think they should, because it definitely does compete, definitely my personal opinion, with the Rival 9, which I mean they need competition to be honest. But for the first attachment, we threw on the Jack BFB muzzle. As you guys know, this muzzle gives you maximum gun kick control, maximum vertical recoil, and maximum horizontal recoil. This muzzle literally makes any gun an absolute laser beam. The only con of using this is that you show up on the map a lot longer, which I mean doesn't really matter. It gives you more kills in a way. People will go hunt you, so you can just gun them. But I think this is the best muzzle in the entire game, in my personal opinion. We have on the high grade rounds for that damage range and bullet velocity, just to help with the TTK on the Ram 9. We also have on the 50 round mag, because the 50 is definitely perfect, because this thing definitely does go through bullets insanely quick, just because of how fast it does shoot. You could do the 40, but I think the 50 is just perfect, honestly. And you don't feel a lot heavier with this thing either. It has the same cons as the 40, so I think the 50 is just a better one. We also have on the Retort 90 grip for that fire aim stability, gun kick control, and recoil control. Literally, this rear grip right here is just meant to make the gun an absolute beamer. Then we have on the Hunker 5 start pad for that gun kick control, recoil control, and tack stance spread. Literally, this class is a lightweight. All the attachments that we have, one is built for no recoil, and the TTK on this gun overall is completely insane. It's very hard to lose a gunfight with this weapon up close. So for the next gun right here, this is a weapon that I think that it didn't get pushed out of the meta cycle. I just think people just stopped using it because it wasn't as popular, because they added the Ram 9, they added the HRM 9. At one point, the Swarm was one of the best guns in the game, but I think The striker has just solidified itself as one of the top guns just because it got buffed a couple times within season 3, and I mean it just kills insanely quick. It's very satisfying to use the striker, or better known as the UMP, so I definitely had to add it to the list for today. For the first attachment, we have on the Shadow Strike Suppressor, gives you strictly undetectable by radar. We have on the XRK Edge W hand stop, gives you aim walking speed, movement speed, aim out sight speed, and sprint to fire speed. All in all, this rear grip purposes right now is meant to make this gun a lot faster, and that's exactly what it did. You have only high gun rounds for that damage range and bullet velocity, and no enemy skulls, literally allowing the striker to kill a lot faster with the bullets hitting quicker with that bullet velocity bonus. We also have on the 60 round drum mag, which I mean, you probably think with this right here you probably feel extremely heavy, but you really don't. The 60 is still perfect with this class right here. And we have on the tack grip as well for that tack stand spread and sprint to fire speed. This class has literally zero recoil. I mean, I'm barely controlling it, and it has literally zero recoil. You guys will definitely enjoy this class right here. You guys will definitely go insane with this build, I can guarantee you that for sure. Last but not least on the list, we're going to cover a gun that it got 3 buffs recently, and each buff it got even more broken than the last original buff that it got. They buffed the MTZ so many times, they buffed the recoil control, and they buffed the bullet velocity on it as well. And I mean, it just made this gun, in my personal opinion, it was definitely an underrated AR, but I think that was one of the top ARs in this game. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If you haven't used the MTZ 556, you have to give this class a go. You have the MTZ Clutch Pro barrel. It gives you maximum bullet velocity, it gives you damage range, aiming out of sway, fire aim and stability. This is the best barrel you can run on this gun because that maximum bullet velocity allows your bullets to hit quicker and literally boosts the TTK on this gun, so that comes in clutch, especially with this AR because it just shoots so fast. You have on the L4 flash hider for that muzzle concealment, recoil control, and gun kick control, making the gun an absolute laser. You have on the high grade round to that damage range and bullet velocity bonuses. Tossed on the 50 round drum mag as well because this thing definitely does shoot fast, so the 50 definitely does come in clutch when it comes to just having a lot of more bullets and just overall never having to reload with this weapon. And we have on the MK3 reflector sight as well. This class has literally zero recoil. Like I said, the TTK is literally insane. Look at that recoil control on this weapon. It's actually kind of wild how broken they made this gun recently with the last couple of updates, and it's definitely become one of my favorite guns, especially when it comes to, you know, that underrated category list for these ARs. All right, so I know this is a top 5 list, but I had to throw a gun in there. I think that could have made the list in my personal opinion, but it's more like an honorary mention, I guess you can say, but it definitely can be within the top 5 for sure. And it's going to be the Holger 556. They buffed the Holger a couple times as well, which I mean, them doing that, it in the MCW getting nerfed, I think it boosted the Holger's popularity rate, and I think it definitely made this gun meta in my personal opinion. They also did try this gun in rank as well. People did enjoy it. They said this thing killed insanely quick because it actually does. The Holger was definitely one of the best ARs in the game before the MCW did get nerfed. Now that the MCW did get nerfed and this got buffed, I mean, it just gave it the freest lob in history. So for the class, for the Holger 556, we're gonna throw on the 6-match barrel. Gives you bullet velocity, range, recoil control, and gun kick control. This barrel allows you to really make this gun a lot easier to control, and also gives you a faster TTK with those bullet velocity and range bonuses. You have on the L4 flash hider for that muzzle concealment, recoil control, and gun kick control. This also makes the gun a lot easier to use. You have on the high grade NATO rounds for that damage range and bullet velocity. I run this on pretty much every gun that I use in the entire game. It makes the gun kill a lot quicker with that bullet velocity, and also gives you more damage range. You have on the 40 round mag. You also have on the MK3 reflector sight. I'm telling you right now, if you haven't used the Holger is definitely one of the best ARs in my personal opinion in Modern Warfare 3. I definitely am starting to use this a lot more over the MCW. I cannot even lie to you about that one. So a lot of people has always wondered what my perks are, what my vests I use and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to show you guys what the perks I do run. I run the comms vest right here. The only reason I run the comms vest in this game is because whenever you do get a kill and they do drop a scav pack, you do pick up the scav pack and it gives you a ping on the map, which I mean, it makes finding people a lot easier, especially if you don't have a UAV. That's why I literally don't run UAV, because I have a guaranteed one right here with this comms vest. In my personal opinion, I think this is the best one in the entire game. I know they added a couple other ones, but I literally never gave them a go. I think the comms vest is just the better one. And whenever you do put on the comms vest as well, you do get a field upgrade. And the field upgrade that I do use is going to be the ammunition box. But recently I haven't wanted to try out the med box because I heard it's basically quick fix. So I might give this a go in some of my other videos. I don't know yet. But the main one that I do run is going to be the ammunition box. We also have on the scavenger gloves as well. It's pretty simple. Resupply ammo, stuff like that. So whenever you do get a kill, they do drop a pack. You get bullets. You have on the covert sneakers, which is basically dead silence or deady. And this is the best thing in the entire game. when people sound horn my shit, so I'm gonna rock Daddy. Also have an EOD padding because grenades are just insane in Call of Duty nowadays. So yeah, one EOD padding is the best thing in the entire world, and also allows me to just play my life a lot different in game. Also have on the mag holster as well, just to improve the reload speed. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this part is kind of useless just because I really do feel it sometimes it does take forever to reload. So if you don't want to rock mag holster, you can literally just rock ghost and you'll be perfectly fine. But those are the 4 perks that I do run. That's my perk package in a way, and that's my vest right there. Hope you guys did enjoy my top 5 list, and if you do agree, like I said, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. I want you guys to comment down below, what is your most used gun here in Modern Warfare 3? I'll see you guys in the next one.